So, hello everyone, and welcome in our second lecture of the breast cancer awareness. And today's our speaker is Dr. Sujata. Dr. Sujata is the pathologist for 28 years and currently lifestyle and foundation medicine she is associated with there from last 3 years. That is in Mumbai. And during COVID, when at home underwent transformation, and she realized any disease condition is a problem of expression or lack of it. And and she has a lot of experience in treating the cancer patients, and recently she is also involved with such type of disease. So welcome once again, and I will uh, I will ask you that if you have any question during presentation, please write in the message, and I will convey this one to the Dr. Sujata, and she will happy to answer related to the breast cancer and preventive medicine. So, Dr. Sujata, now it is to you. Uh, Please.
Thank you, Dr. Birendra and Biobank India Foundation for having me here and giving me a chance to present what little I know about a condition that we are always so difficult. We find ourselves in such difficult situations, both socially and mentally. That is this condition called cancer. सो एंड थैंक यू रियली तहे दिल से कि आपने मुझे ये मौका दिया प्रेजेंट करने को शुरू होते हैं
Yes.
This is the first slide. Actually, I want to tell my audience that I have only 8 slides. There are 10, so if I leave out the first and the last, there are only 8 slides, and I'll try to go through it slowly so that if I am able to better able to put forth what I think would be useful to the audience. मैं क्यों यहाँ हूँ? ये मेरी मम्मी है. She was born 1950 and she died in 2012. She had just completed her 62nd birthday. From this was taken 2 years. It was taken in 2012. So from this picture to her death, it was such a difficult time and such a painful death to one of the worst cancers that humankind has ever known, that is called triple negative breast cancer. ये जो कैंसर है ये लगातार रहता है, भले हम कुछ भी ट्राई करें, उसका कोर्स रिलेंटलेस होती है. And I was with her up and close every day, every minute, seeing her suffer that cancer and die in pain. She had a very painful death. तभी मैंने खुद को बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस पूछे सर्वाइवल के बारे में. ओके, उस दरमियान मुझे मालूम पड़ा कि कैंसर सेल्स आर बट एन अडेप्टेशन फॉर सर्वाइवल. ये जो अडेप्टेशन जो एक्सट्रीम हो गया. Yeah. So, so if I may ask the audience, what causes cancer? No one will know, because that's why so much research is going on in the field of cancer. Because if anyone would say, okay, point a finger and say, this is what is causing the cancer, then that person would get the Nobel Prize, right? But nobody knows what is causing cancer. So that led me to think a lot, to go into the basics. because I had this, I was experiencing like her, I was feeling it in my body, that suffering. When you see a person suffer like that, you will try to understand and go deep and actually find out what is it that is happening that you could have prevented, isn't it? So this is the question I kept asking myself. Okay, so that led me to study adaptation in nature. Okay, अभी यहाँ आपको दिखती है lotus. Can anyone tell me what this is? This is the Venus flytrap. Both these plants, they grow in they take their origin in a similar condition, that is there in marshy soils, which is deficient of nitrogen. So you see, on one hand, you have this lotus, and on the other hand, you have this Venus flytrap. Both of them grow in nitrogen deficient soils. But what does the lotus do? The environment is the same, okay? But what does the lotus do? The lotus puts forth some outpouchings. They are called, they develop the rhizobial roots. These are outpouchings, and inside the rhizobial roots they trap rhizobial bacteria, and these rhizobial bacteria can fix atmospheric nitrogen, and this nitrogen is then used to produce proteins for the plant. So nitrogen is a very important requirement for the synthesis of proteins, which are the body building substances for any living being. So, in spite of the nitrogen deficiency, the lotus found a way to adapt at its root itself, so that at the root the problem was solved, and then the lotus grows up into a completely adapted flower, and you can see the beauty of that adaptation. Now, if you look at this, look at the Venus flytrap or any insectivorous plants which also grow in the same from the same type of soil. The insectivorous plant does not have rhizobial roots, it just grows and then it develops spines like this. And inside, you can see here that inside it has digestive juices and sticky material that traps the insects. Once the insect is trapped, these these structures close and then the insect is digested. So from the insect, it gets its nitrogenous requirement. So you see, the condition of nitrogen deficiency is same for both. One adapted like this at the root itself, and one became, this is also an adaptation only, but in a different way. And it is now depending on an external source for its nitrogen requirements. Now, if you were an observer, you will not judge any of this. It is just that both of them have adapted in different ways. Okay. So, this is actually life itself. Okay. And you can see that when I go through the next slides, how closely a cancer cell resembles a Venus flytrap in its nature. Okay, so this is the basis of adaptation in nature. Now I come to the next slide. This is the most important slide in my presentation, and I would love my viewers to concentrate here a little more and just be patient with me, and please forgive me for this slide being so busy. I'm truly sorry about it. Okay, now I am applying this adaptation to now animals. This is a plant adaptation. Okay, I am drawing a parallel between that to animals and then taking it forward to humans. Okay, now plants do not have to move around for food, they manufacture their own food. The nutrition is supplied through the soil and of course through the atmosphere. Now, what distinguishes animals from plants is that we have to move for food. you see that plants don't develop cancer. They say they develop tumorifications, but those are mostly due to infections by fungi and other saprophytic bacteria. But plants do not suffer from cancer, you know. So we have to ask ourselves why even animals don't develop cancer like that. It must be very, very rare, and it will be mostly towards as they evolve towards humans. So we have to ask these questions. Why don't plants develop cancer? Why are we? So the answer lies in the ways we adapt. So my presentation says cancer is just an adaptation of a normal cell. That adaptation has gone extreme. So I am just explaining this slide to you how animals adapt and how we can relate that to humans. Now you can see here there is a cheetah or a tiger chasing a deer here. Okay. Now what is happening inside the body? The brain of the deer is actually registering the stimulus, and it is sending an information to the adrenal glands to produce adrenal hormones. Now, these adrenal hormones are the stress
Dr.
hormones.
Sujata, Dr. Sujata, can I interrupt you? Could
Yeah,
you give, means make this video in mode, slide
yeah,
presentation mode from
yeah,
lower
sure.
side? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, then I have to go back. 1 minute. Sorry, it's gone to the next slide. 1 minute. Allow me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Can you see now? Okay,
Yes.
I know that this is little busy. I'm so sorry for that, but I had to I put it on draw IO. So I
Mhm.
can't I yeah, and then put it here. So that's the reason it's busy. Now from the brain, the stimulus has gone to the adrenal glands, which are lying atop the kidneys, to produce adrenal hormones, which are called the stress hormones. Now, these stress hormones prepare the deer to fight, okay, or flight. Of course, the deer is not stupid enough to fight; it wants to run away from there. So the blood supply is directed towards all the things that help it to run. Okay. So the deer keeps running. And what is happening inside? The heart rate increases, the pulse increases, the temperature is increases, the secretions are reduced. It causes a bit of dryness. Okay. Because when it is running, it cannot be passing motion or, passing urine. So that it causes dryness and constipation. Okay. So all this allow the deer to run away. Now, what can happen? This is all through the sympathetic nervous system. So we have nervous system which is voluntary and involuntary. So the involuntary allows us to adapt. The involuntary has two branches to it, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. So this part, when it is registering, the brain is preparing to activate the sympathetic nervous system, that is increase that's why I put it in red. Everything increases so the deer can take a flight. Okay. Now what happens is the adrenal glands are secreting the hormones, so the deer can run only that much. Okay. There will be a point that the adrenal gland capacity will be exhausted. It is a natural system. All natural systems can exhaust because all our secretions are enzyme driven. Enzymes are biological catalysts. So they are enzyme driven, and the amount of enzyme that we will have will be limited. So now, once that adrenal glands capacity is exceeded, the deer can faint. Now, in this situation, just so the deer can live, okay, nature, the way of nature is survival at all costs. So, nature will make you survive at all costs. Just so the deer can live, now the blood supply is now shunted to the internal organs, and the deer is actually it's unconscious now. This is called a vasovagal shock. Now that when the cheetah, two things can happen. When the cheetah catches up, it generally does not like to take does not like to prey on. Although I hear that cheetahs and tigers are not so proud now, but when their habitat was not destroyed, they would not like to prey on dead. Okay, so it is quite possible that they leave it alone thinking that it is dead, or sometimes they can even take it from their mouth and put it into a safer place. This can happen. Okay, this is the beauty of nature. Okay, so what happens, the deer can fall unconscious here. The heart rate is just what is needed to keep it alive. The deer falls unconscious. Okay, now this is engaging the next part of the autonomic, which is parasympathetic, the extreme, where that is why it is in blue. I'm saying it is freeze. Okay, that means it is blue, like everything is frozen, just enough resting blood pressure and heart rate. Now, then what happens? The adrenal gland capacity is now improving because the enzymes have now again regenerated. Okay, it all happens very quickly. Now, then what happens with the partial return of the adrenal hormones? The deer wakes up. Okay, now the deer is now conscious, but it is in an increased state of awareness. Okay, and it is acutely sensitive to impending danger. Okay, all senses are heightened, there is preoccupation. Okay, and there is you can see that confused and scared look. Okay, that it's still not registered, it still thinks. Okay, now this is when the sympathetic is still engaged, and slowly the deer, it sinks into the deer that it is alive. Okay, so then the parasympathetic system has two branches. The one that is dorsal, which makes everything cold, and another one which is anterior vagus, which makes everything come back towards normalcy. Okay, this is the thing that comes back towards normalcy and gives you the presence. Now the deer is present, but it is present with a little bit of heightened awareness. Okay, now this is the deer that is now relaxed. It is normal for the deer to progress like this without anything in between. It normally progresses to the relaxed state, and this is a feeling where stress hormones are just right. It is never zero. Our stress hormones are never zero, and it is now relaxed, and all parameters of are normal. Okay, so this is where the application and adaptation to animals end, because they are always present. Once the danger has passed, they are always present. Now come to humans. Okay, in the humans there is a difference. We are thinking beings. Okay, Homo sapiens sapiens. Now there, what can happen is every day we are facing stress like this. Okay, although actually the cheetah is not chasing us, we think that cheetah is chasing us. Actually there is no cheetah chasing us, but our lifestyle makes us think that cheetah is chasing us. So as much hormones that need to be produced is unnecessarily getting produced in the body. So we are dwindling in these stages like this. Okay, and so you can have vaguely, I'm saying, you can have three, in my observations, you can have these type of individuals which are adapting to this kind of stress. Okay, the tiger is chasing a stress. Okay, you'll have a few people for whom the stress, they are not relaxing like this. Now you see the cycle is somewhat stuck here, engine either stuck up ho gaya. So this one, this person is predominantly still in the sympathetic phase, and you will see that these are the type of people for whom offense is the best defense. So you will see them angry, shouting, people, the proverbial narcissists in the society. Okay, now this is the consequence. This character where they take the blame on themselves. Here they don't take the blame, they keep blaming the other one. here they take the blame that, they go on to a guilt trip. Okay, it is because of me that this has happened. And you will see that these are the ones which have irritable bowel syndrome, they have palpitations, all these things. Okay. Now you come to this one. This person has put the in the mind, this person knows, has nicely dealt with the stress and found a very nice way of bringing it down into the body. Now, stress, when brought down into the body at a time when it is when time has elapsed, okay, that is which is not brought, like, the best way to deal with stress is, as it happens, you take care of it, just in, just out. That is the best way to deal with stress. But this, what we can do as human beings is, we can keep that stress in our mind, and then we can put it down into our body at an inopportune moment when we are unaware. For example, when we are sleeping in an unaware manner, the stress can get downloaded into the body. Okay. Now that causes metabolic syndrome, where, now nature is such a wonderful thing. It will never, if you have processed a thought in a particular way, nature will keep it. Like in पुराने जमाने में अपने साड़ी का दामन में कैसे वो नॉट डाल के उसको रखते थे कुछ याद रखने के लिए, the same thing happens in our mind. It will not do away with that thought processing, because that is holding you, that thought process is holding you, but it cannot hold more, the space is less. So every time you recycle the thought process, that is coming down and it is putting it inside some part in your body. Okay. And that will normally be your fat tissue, which is very patulous, which can go on taking stress. It will be the blood vessels, it will be the heart, it will take on. So this person will put on weight, get blood pressure, get diabetes, but one thing is, as it they are putting it into their body, but they, as it is coming, they don't know how to put it out. Okay. So these are the people who are obese, who are, you will see that most of them will be happy go lucky people. And if I can take you back to my mother's picture, my mother belonged here, because I know that she had lot of stress, and she didn't know how to deal with it when it came from how to deal with it from the mind to the body and out of the body. She was holding the stress, and she had very severe metabolic syndrome. She was overweight, she had blood pressure, she had diabetes, she had everything. And that eventually resulted.
डॉक्टर सुजाता,
Yeah.
सो मतलब आपके कहने का मतलब है कि तनाव और कैंसर के बीच डायरेक्ट संबंध है, जैसा कि आपका ऑब्जर्वेशन है।
तनाव बिल्कुल वही है। तनाव और कैंसर के बीच में बहुत बड़ा संबंध है। ओके। और नॉट ओनली तनाव, अभी मुझे भी तनाव होती है, लेकिन मुझे अभी मेरा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के दरमियान मुझे मालूम पड़ा कि जब भी तनाव होती है, उसको तभी के तभी उसको जस्ट इन जस्ट आउट करना है, और हमारे बदन में उसको स्टोर नहीं करना है। दिस इफ तनाव यहाँ माइंड में होती है, ये देखिए, यहाँ वो माइंड, तनाव पहले माइंड ने रजिस्टर किया, उसके बाद माइंड ने बॉडी को प्रिपेयर किया कि तुम भागो वहां से। ओके। यही होता है, तनाव माइंड का फिनोमिनन है, वहां से वो बॉडी को प्रिपेयर करता है। लेकिन एक्चुअली ये तनाव के अभी यहाँ तो चीता तो है भाई, लेकिन हमारे में अनसीन स्पेस में तनाव रहती है, वो बाहर उसको दबाना पड़ता है। और फिर वो जब भी हमारे अनअवेयरनेस, लाइक स्लीप होता, अनअवेयर स्लीप, तो इसके लिए आप देखो, डायबिटीज का डायग्नोसिस होगा अ फास्टिंग ब्लड शुगर ऑफ मोर देन 120। वो ऐसे ही नहीं आया है। अनअवेयर में वो तनाव, जहाँ हाईवेज ऑलरेडी होते हैं, और if my parents are diabetic, I already have a genetic highway to my pancreas to release the stress. तो जहाँ हमारे हाईवेज, जेनेटिक हाईवेज, वो पहले प्रेफरेंस रहेगा, ट्रैफिक फ्री डाउनलोडिंग होता है। तो ओबेसिटी का जेनेटिक टेंडेंसी है, तो फैट में ट्रैफिक फ्री हाई लोडिंग हो जाता है उसका। तो तनाव,
हाँ जी।
हाँ,
तो
तनाव से होती है।
हाँ, तो मतलब तनाव से आप ये कहना चाहते हो कि कैंसर नहीं, अदर डिजीज जैसे डायबिटीज भी होती है, उसका भी कहीं ना कहीं रिलेशन है तनाव से?
हाँ, और कैंसर का मैं स्पेसिफिकली नेक्स्ट फ्यू स्लाइड्स में, क्योंकि ये
अच्छा।
सब रिलेटेड है। कैंसर भी एक अडेप्टेशन ही है, हर डिजीज एक अडेप्टेशन है। अभी माइंड क्लियर है माइंड में, लेकिन बॉडी सेल को अडेप्ट करना पड़ता है, उसको ये तनाव को होल्ड करना पड़ता है, तो वो अडेप्ट करेगा। वो कैसे अडेप्ट करता मैं बोलती हूँ।
अच्छा।
अगर मैं ब्रेस्ट सेल में आपको बोलूंगी तो सेल्यूल, अभी हम मॉर्फोलॉजिकल बर्ड्स आई व्यू में हमको मालूम पड़ रहा है कि तनाव बॉडी में स्टोर होता है, isn't it? There's a book called The Body Keeps the Score. It's a very famous book. You should read it. Every thought in your body, if it is not released through your body outside, will be stored in your body. The body keeps the score. It's a very famous book written by a psychologist. You must read it. So in her, the body is keeping the score. In her, she is letting it out through the gut and heart or whatever. Here, she's not. She's letting it out through her mouth by speaking anything and keeping away people from her. For her, you will find that generally narcissists lead a very healthy body life. Their mental condition is very bad because they are bringing down the tana. They are not allowing the body to experience. मुंह से ही फटाफट फटाफट बोल देंगे, और offense is the best form of defense in Kota. So you will see that narcissism is an adaptation for health only. Okay, so these are the three types of people. Okay, now what happens is we should also be like this. Once the stress is gone, we have to take measures to make our just hormones just right. And you should realize that there's actually no tiger chasing us. तो ये relaxed and happy and with all parameters normal, ये हमको आना चाहिए. Just like the deer, it comes on its own, हमें भी वो आना चाहिए. फिर curiosity, the next would be curiosity, thirst for knowledge and extreme productivity. अगर हम ये switch नहीं किए, if we don't come engage the parasympathetic and anterior vagus nerve completely, and then come to this where our sympathetic is quite less and we are predominantly in the parasympathetic engagement. If we don't come to this, then we will never become the lotuses, the proverbial lotuses of adaptation. So this is the gap in understanding. This is the gap in understanding. That is, yeah. So we are not able to understand this gap. How to, वह तनाव को कैसे इमीडिएटली माइंड से बॉडी टू बाहर, ये जो गैप इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग ये हो जाएगा, तो शायद ही हम हर डिजीज को प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं. तो हमारा बॉडी को अडेप्ट ही नहीं, मतलब दे डोंट हैव टू अडेप्ट, उसका ही रूल नहीं आए कि बहुत मतलब ज्यादा अडेप्टेशन नहीं चाहिए. तो ये है, दिस इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ नेचर्स अडेप्टेशन. तो
तो
ये लाइफस्टाइल है.
सुजाता, अब मैं जानना चाहूँ, बहुत लोग जानना चाहेंगे कि भाई तनाव तो होता है, लेकिन
हाँ,
तनाव से स्पेसिफिक डिजीज ही कैसे होती है, या ब्रेस्ट कैंसर ही कैसे होता है?
हाँ, तो मैं अभी आ रही हूँ उसका नेक्स्ट
अच्छा,
स्लाइड.
वहाँ।
तो
अच्छा।
ये स्लाइड, या दिस इज द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड, आई विल जस्ट टेल यू.
ओके.
ओके, नाउ लेट मी कम टू द ब्रेस्ट. तो अभी थोड़ा सा मैंने अडेप्टेशन का बारे में, तनाव के अडेप्टेशन सब लोगों का कैसे होता है वो मैक्रो लेवल में मैंने बताई. लेट अस नाउ कम टू द ब्रेस्ट. ओके, नाउ दिस इज द ब्रेस्ट माइक्रो स्ट्रक्चर. ओके, नाउ यू कैन सी द ब्रेस्ट. दिस इज
आई थिंक
वन ऑफ द,
डॉक्टर सुजाता, स्लाइड चेंज नहीं हुई है आपकी. I think that you have to skip the presentation mode and then change the slide.
हाँ,
Yes,
okay.
now we can see.
अभी now
Yeah, breast
now can you,
microstructure. Yeah, we can see.
yeah, breast microstructure. Okay, now this This is the normal microstructure of the breast. I have taken it from my anatomy book, which I still have, Gray's Anatomy. Okay. Now, this is the unit of breast. एक यूनिट जो होती है वो ऐसे दिखता है. इसका एक बड़े ट्यूब्स होते हैं जिसको टर्मिनल डक्ट बोलते हैं, और वो टर्मिनल डक्ट फिर ब्रांच होके ओके यहाँ दिस बिकम्स द लॉब्यूल. So together it is called the terminal duct lobular unit. ये एक यूनिट होता है, और इसके बाद ये लॉब्यूल से टर्मिनल डक्ट लॉब्यूलर यूनिट्स बहुत सारे होके उसको एक ब्रेस्ट लोब होता है. ठीक है. अभी ये नॉर्मल नॉन लैक्टेटिंग जहां मिल्क प्रोडक्शन नहीं हो रहा है, ये नॉर्मल ब्रेस्ट है. अभी ये फुल्ली लैक्टेटिंग मतलब यहाँ ये इसमें कुछ काम नहीं हो रहा है ब्रेस्ट का, यहाँ वो फुल्ली फंक्शनल है फ्रॉम अ ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग मदर. दिस इज अ फुल्ली लैक्टेटिंग ब्रेस्ट. आप देखिए यहाँ तो यहाँ वो कितने चेंजेस हुए हैं. ये all the lobules, that is the cells lining, have increased, and you can see inside lot of milk is being secreted like this. Okay. इसको हम और थोड़ा बड़ा करेंगे तो ये जो है ये रूडिमेंट्री जब भी मिल्क प्रोडक्शन नहीं हो रही है. और यहाँ
आप डॉक्टर सुजाता, आप किस वाली पिक्चर की बात कर रहे हैं? आपका 3 पिक्चर है ना, हम
हाँ, अभी ये नॉर्मल ब्रेस्ट है. ये नॉर्मल ब्रेस्ट जहाँ मिल्क प्रोडक्शन नहीं हो रहा है.
अच्छा,
ये वाला ये मिल्क प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है.
लेफ्ट वाला या राइट वाला? आप
यहाँ जो एरो है, यहाँ जो एरो है ये नॉर्मल ब्रेस्ट है जहाँ मिल्क प्रोडक्शन नहीं हो रहा है.
अच्छा.
ये है ये लैक्टेटिंग ब्रेस्ट. आप यहाँ देख सकते हो लैक्टेटिंग ब्रेस्ट करके लिखा हुआ है. यहाँ मिल्क प्रोडक्शन एकदम फुल फ्लेज्ड हो रहा है. और ये उसका पिक्टोरियल डायग्राम है. मतलब ये जो है इसको यहाँ से मैंने बड़ा किया है तो ये रूडिमेंट्री ब्रेस्ट है जहां मिल्क प्रोडक्शन नहीं हो रहा है, ये वाला. ओके. और यहाँ ये मिल्क प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है. और आप देखिए ये इट इज सो हेवी विथ मिल्क. ये जो इसका जो सेल्स है मायो एपिथेलियल सेल्स, उसको वो नेटवर्क में उसको होल्ड कर रही है ताकि उसको सपोर्ट मिले. और these cells also help in pressing that lobule so that milk can be secreted into this. So fine. Can you imagine the beauty of this adaptation? It is not only that the cells which is producing milk has to adapt, even the environment has to cooperate. Now this is the thing that we are not realizing, that it is not the cell alone. The cell is heavily dependent on its environment. So both of them together are needed to function properly, for that cell to function properly. अभी देखिए ये fully lactating cell है. यहाँ एक मायोएपिथेलियल सेल है और ये बेसल लैमिना है जिसको होल्ड कर रही है उस सेल को, ये न्यूक्लियस और ये सब सेक्रेटरी. आप देखिए यहाँ कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है, वो यहाँ जाके वो कितना डिफरेंशिएटेड और कितना सेक्रीशंस हो रहा है, लिपिड से प्रोटीन सब कुछ ब्रेस्ट मिल्क में तो आप देखिए कि नेचर में कितना कंट्रोल रहेगा कि वो यहाँ से यहाँ आए, और एनवायरनमेंट के साथ कितना बातचीत होती रहेगी कि वो यहाँ से यहाँ आए कि तुम ये करो मैं ये कर देता हूँ बेबी को. और आप ये एक इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज यू हैव टू नोटिस हियर इज दैट द ब्रेस्ट लॉब्यूल, यू सी दैट it is a fairly protected area, and even you can see that it is very very lightly stained, and you will see that the blood supply is not too much even in a normal state. Why is it so? Can you tell me why the blood supply is not too much? मतलब ये ब्लड सप्लाई क्यों ज्यादा नहीं है? क्योंकि यहाँ एक कंट्रोल होना चाहिए. ये जब भी मिल्क सेक्रीट करेगा इसको डिफरेंट लेयर्स ऑफ सिक्योरिटी चाहिए, क्योंकि यहाँ से मिल्क बेबी को नर्स करना है तो अगर सबके सब यहाँ आ जाएगा तो एक फिल्टर नहीं रहेगा और बेबी को डेंजर में डाल सकता है मदर्स मिल्क। इसके लिए फॉर मदर्स मिल्क इज एक्चुअली एन एक्सट्रैक्ट ऑफ मदर्स ब्लड ओनली, बट इट इज वेरी केयरफुल। उसका मल्टी लेयर्ड सिक्योरिटी है यहाँ। तो ऑलरेडी उसका ब्लड सप्लाई थोड़ा कम, एकदम हल्के, मतलब 100% आप बोलेंगे नॉर्मल, तो ये 98% में है अभी, क्योंकि ये दिस अडेप्टेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू प्रोटेक्ट द न्यूबॉर्न फ्रॉम अननेसेसरी सब्सटेंसेस बीइंग ट्रांसफर्ड फ्रॉम द, सो ये एक ब्रेस्ट मिल्क बैरियर हो गया। जैसा हमारा ब्रेन में ब्लड ब्रेन बैरियर होता है, यहाँ भी एक ब्रेस्ट ब्लड बैरियर है यहाँ, ठीक है। तो you see from rudimentary to growth to differentiation, ये होने के बाद जब भी ब्रेस्ट मिल्क कम हो जाता है, फीडिंग नहीं हो रहे, तो वो उसको इन्वोल्यूशन भी होना है, मतलब उसको वापस यहाँ जाना है। इट कैन नॉट बी लाइक दिस ऑल द टाइम, इन्वोल्यूशन भी होना है। तो आप देखिए इसके कितने सारे इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन है, so that the baby can be nursed perfectly. This is nature. Nature will be perfect in its creation. Okay. Now it will never leave anything to chance. It will never leave anything to chance. Now strictly it is, you can see that it is so differentiated that it has to be strictly regulated by hormone changes brought in by the blood. So there is a very beautiful interaction between its trauma and the cells. उसका एनवायरनमेंट के साथ, यहाँ जो देख रहे हैं ये सब इन्फ्लेमेटरी सेल्स है, पुलिस वाले हैं, पुलिसमैन है, ये इन्फ्लेमेटरी सेल्स, इम्यून सर्वेलेंस बोलते हैं उसको। हमेशा उधर देखते रहेगा कोई फॉरेनर आ रहा है क्या, कुछ करने वाला है क्या, इतना वो ब्यूटीफुली करता है। वो कम्युनिकेशन है ना, it has to be appreciated and wondered at that how we can be created so perfectly. Okay. Now, as you see, because it's already slightly less in oxygen, anything, it is very prone for oxygen deficiency. Why? Because it is outside of the body. As I told you in my first slide, whenever there is stress, blood is always shunted to the inner organs of the body. Okay. So you can see that it is very prone to oxygen deficiency because it is outside the body. Now, let's come to this. Now, this slide, Dr. Yadav will explain how तनाव, okay, कैसे होता है, तनाव कैसे ट्रांसफर होता है सेल्स में. That is your question, isn't it? तनाव कैसे ट्रांसफर होता है सेल्स में. Now, now this I have made it myself in a way that I can explain it at the cellular level. Because I'm a molecular pathologist, I also understand what is happening at the cellular level. Now, I am taking this as the breast cell, okay? One example, breast cell. Now, in the normal state, as I told you in the previous one, there is always a communication going on between the components of the cell as well as its environment. सो आप देखिए, न्यूक्लियस से साइटोप्लाज्म को कम्युनिकेशन हो रहा है, साइटोप्लाज्म से न्यूक्लियस को कम्युनिकेशन हो रहा है, और साइटोप्लाज्म से बाहर कम्युनिकेशन हो रहा है जहां ब्लड वेसल्स है, ओके। और ऐसे एक ब्यूटीफुल साइकिल है जहां एनवायरनमेंट साइटोप्लाज्म से कम्युनिकेट करती है, साइटोप्लाज्म न्यूक्लियस से कम्युनिकेट करती है, न्यूक्लियस साइटोप्लाज्म से, और साइटोप्लाज्म वापस एनवायरनमेंट से कम्युनिकेशन। नाउ ये एनवायरनमेंट मतलब मैं ये जो फ्लूइड रहती है वो भी बोल रही हूँ, और ये जो ब्लड वेसल्स, ब्लड एनवायरनमेंट इज डिटर्मिन्ड बाय ब्लड सप्लाई, मेजरली इट इज डिटर्मिन्ड बाय ब्लड सप्लाई। तो ये ब्लड अपना सब हार्मोन्स, न्यूट्रिएंट सब ला रहा है, ठीक है। और यू कैन सी दैट द सेल टेक्स इन द न्यूट्रिएंट्स थ्रू स्पेशल अडेप्टर्स। तो ये जो ब्लैक आप देख रहे हो, आई विल पुट इट इन द, ये जो ब्लैक देख रहे हो ये अडेप्टर्स है जो न्यूट्रिएंट्स को इसमें फिक्स करेगा, और वो न्यूट्रिएंट्स को अंदर लेगा, वो जीन्स को देगा, और जीन्स फिर बोलेगा ओके ये सब तुम सिंथेसाइज कर देना। और ये बेसल लैमिना इज ऑल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ द ब्रेस्ट ब्लड बैरियर. ये भी कुछ वंडरफुल चीज है. इट्स नॉट जस्ट ओनली supporting the cell, it is actively preventing the cell from getting toxic nutrients or anything. This is important, very important for breastfeeding. So you can see that these inflammatory cells are there. These are the policemen. They are the, and everything is going on nicely here. So there is a normal communication between environment and cell, and everything is normal. Now, what happens is stress जब भी होती है, blood supply reduce होता है. I told you that stress means blood has to be now sent into the legs, or it has to be sent to the internal organs. Breast is an outside organ, so blood supply is reduced. Now what is happening, that I have indicated by lightening the blood supply here. Okay, you see that the cytoplasm is not able to communicate with the environment. You can see that I have broken the arrows here. Something is disrupting this communication. Blood supply is not coming, but the nucleus and cytoplasm are beautifully communicating with each other. Okay, तो ये इन दोनों में बातचीत चल रही है. हम क्या करें? अभी इतना ब्लड सप्लाई नहीं आ रहा है, तो हम क्या करें? So this communication is maintained. Now I'll go to the next slide. Now you see, ये जो कंटिन्यूड ब्लड कम हो रहा है, तो साइटोप्लाज्म इज गिविंग द आइडिया, व्हाई नॉट वी पुट फोर्थ मोर अडेप्टर्स. यू कैन सी, व्हाई कांट वी पुट फोर्थ मोर अडेप्टर्स हियर, तो जो कुछ कम मिले उसको हम ले लें. This is the first adaptation. Adapters, उसका नाम भी, okay, the first adaptation. तो ये यहाँ आप देखिए, the nucleus has increased in size because it has to now synthesize more adapters, ताकि जो कम आ रहा है चलेगा, उसको हम efficiently ले लें. So the receptors or adapters have increased in size and the nucleus has increased in size. Okay. So now again, the blood supply is not restored. Environment and cytoplasm communication is still choppy, but the nucleus and cytoplasm are communicating in each other. But the nucleus is now overloaded. Now you can see, now the cell has become quite, the nucleus has become very big. Okay. Now this is a situation which nature doesn't seem to know how to handle. But whenever there is stress, nature's way is to reduce itself to size. So nature, it's what it is telling. It has the size is now impinging on the basal lamina. It is still, there is some communication happening between the nucleus and the cytoplasm, but you can see that the basal lamina is now broken, but the cell now is dividing. Okay, the cell is dividing. Now, what is the awareness of the cell here? The awareness of the cell is that it has put forth more adapters. The nucleus has increased in size. यहाँ न्यूट्रिएंट्स कम आ रहे हैं, लेकिन जितना भी आ रहे हैं उससे वो काम चला रहा है. ठीक है. And now because it has increased in size, it has to divide. And now you see that the first division has taken place, and you can see that the cell is so adapted that the nucleus has become oversized. Okay, always the first division will be, it's a mitotic division. The daughter cells will have the same complement of chromosomes. So this cell now, there are two daughter cells, both have high increased numbers of adapters and both have more nuclear material. You can see that this cell is adapted to survive, isn't it? And you can see how closely it resembles the Venus flytrap. How closely it resembles. And मतलब मैं molecular pathologist हूँ, ये malignant cells बिल्कुल ऐसे ही दिखते हैं, बिल्कुल अंडर द माइक्रोस्कोप ऐसे ही दिखते हैं. ठीक है. And now what is happening? I told you the nature of nature is to survive at all costs. It wants to survive at all costs. अभी वही बहुत सारे multiple daughter cells, और you can see that it does not require the basal lamina anymore. उसको मालूम पड़ा है through its awareness that it does not need the basal lamina. उसको वो डिस्ट्रॉय करके अपने आप को डिवाइड किया, एंड maybe the blood did not come to it, but now it has gone to the blood, and it has finally got acquired the nutrients. You can see what a story this is. It's an amazing story if you actually see from the how to adapt. It has developed so much adaptation. Now if the blood does not come, it will go and get the blood. This is malignancy, this is cancer. Okay.
सो ये जो है कि इन्वायरमेंट का और सेल्स का एडाप्टेशन और इंटरकनेक्शन है.
That is the thing. And what cancer research does is it is studying the cell's response to the environment. But what is that in the environment which is causing that response? आप ये slide देखोगे, आपको मालूम पड़ेगा. The nitrogen deficiency has caused two types of responses. Okay. So what is in the environment that is causing the response? ये कैंसर नहीं मतलब नहीं प्रूव किया है, और इसके वजह से it lies in the unseen space. This only the patient can tell us. This no one can tell us. You can go on finding all the genes, all this, you can study this cell. But if you don't know what caused this blood supply to reduce, there is no use studying anything. You understand? So a system is not just, a system is appreciated only in terms of the environment in which it is growing. That is why the sign of complete adaptation in Indian culture is lotus. Okay, so this almost now from science is going to philosophy. Okay, so that is why PhDs are called doctors of philosophy. Okay, because when you are exploring the unseen space, you can go on doing the gene expression profiling, you can go on developing antibodies to all these adapters, you can antibodies to the genes. This is all what translational medicine is doing, antibodies to it. But if you don't look at the factor that is causing the reduced blood supply, it is of no use. Okay, so this is what lifestyle medicine does now.
या डॉक्टर सुजाता, ये सिर्फ नट सेल में जो आपकी पहली स्लाइड है नाइट्रोजन डिफिशियंसी की,
हाँ,
उसको थोड़ा सा आप हिंदी में बता सकते हैं, क्योंकि मतलब ऑडियंस थोड़ा ज्यादा कोरिलेट कर पाएंगे अब
हाँ,
क्योंकि वो बहुत कुछ आपने बता दिया है.
हाँ. अब वो करेंगे, देखिए कैंसर का जैसा ही दिखता. ओके,
हाँ.
ये यहाँ आप देखोगे ये लोटस है, और ये
हाँ.
एक इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट है. इसको हिंदी में क्या बोलेंगे, जो मतलब इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट, आप मुझे हेल्प कर सकते हैं वो वर्ड के लिए? तो
हाँ.
दोनों भी मार्शी लैंड में ग्रो होते हैं, दोनों भी, जिसमें नाइट्रोजन का कमती रहता है. ओके, लेकिन यहाँ लोटस ने क्या किया, लोटस ने ऐसे अडेप्ट किया कि उसने राइजोबियल रूट्स डेवलप किया, और वो राइजोबियल रूट्स में एक तरीके के बैक्टीरिया रहते हैं जिसको राइजोबियल बैक्टीरिया बोलते हैं. वो वहां जाके उधर होम बनाते हैं उसका. So this rhizobial bacteria has the capacity to fix atmospheric nitrogen. भले ये सॉइल से उसको नहीं मिले, ये लोटस अपने अंदर ही रूट लेवल में ही उसने वो अडेप्ट किया, और एटमॉस्फेरिक नाइट्रोजन को डायरेक्टली सॉइल से नहीं, अपने खुद में उसने बना लिया नाइट्रोजन. और वहां से वो नाइट्रोजन जाके, नाइट्रोजन एक चीज है जो प्रोटीन बनाने के लिए, स्ट्रक्चर देने के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो उसने वहां से प्रोटीन का डेफिशिएंसी, नाइट्रोजन डेफिशिएंसी को सही कर लिया। ये कंप्लीटली अडेप्टेड है। जब भी वो पूरा ग्रो होके होता है, उसको बाहर देखने की जरूरत नहीं है, रूट लेवल में ही उसको हो गया। लेकिन ये बेचारा, इसको मालूम नहीं पड़ा कि ऐसे अडेप्टेशन है, तो उसने ग्रो कर लिया। ओके, लेकिन उसका जो प्रोटीन रिक्वायरमेंट है, यहाँ उसने एक ऐसा अडेप्टेशन किया कि उसमें वो ऐसे जो पर्स का जैसा ट्रैप है, ये इसमें इंसेक्ट ट्रैप होते हैं, उसको तुरंत बंद करके डाइजेस्ट करके अपना प्रोटीन रिक्वायरमेंट को ठीक कर लेता है। तो ये है इसका अडेप्टेशन। सेम एनवायरनमेंट, टू डिफरेंट अडेप्टेशन। अभी ये आइए, ये प्लांट्स में है। प्लांट्स में कैंसर्स नहीं होते हैं, ह्यूमंस में कैंसर होते, सब डिजीजेस होते हैं। ठीक है, अभी ये एनिमल्स में, एनिमल्स थोड़े हमसे कम डिफरेंशिएटेड है। तो जब भी स्ट्रेस होता है, कुछ होता है, वो भागते हैं, फिर अपने आप वो नॉर्मल हो जाते हैं। ठीक है, ये अडेप्टेशन के लिए हमारे पास ऑटोनॉमिक नर्वस सिस्टम है, सिंपैथेटिक, डिफरेंट सिस्टम्स, लिविंग सिस्टम्स अडेप्ट डिफरेंटली। हमारे अडेप्टेशन ये है, सिंपैथेटिक एंड पैरासिम्पैथेटिक। तो जो सिंपैथेटिक होने के बाद हम थोड़े पैरासिम्पैथेटिक डोर्सल में जा सकते हैं, फिर हमको एंटीरियर और प्रेजेंस में आना है। तो हम कैसे आते हैं प्रेजेंस में, वो हमें डिटरमिन करता है कि हम अडेप्ट कर पा रहे हैं कि नहीं। और इसका एक चीज है कि तनाव को हम जैसे होती है वैसे ही नेचुरल तरीके से हम तनाव को डील करें। ये है, जैसे होता है तनाव, उसको नेचुरल तरीके से डील करें। ये है जो हमें मालूम नहीं पड़ता, ये गैप इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग बोलते हैं। ठीक है, तो आप अभी यहाँ आओ, कैसे उसने अडेप्ट किया तनाव को, उसको सर्वाइवल, फॉर सर्वाइवल इट हैज अडेप्टेड।
सब इसका मतलब कि यदि हम कभी, हम जो एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, कहीं ना कहीं वो एक्सरसाइज भी तनाव को कम करता है।
तनाव को कम करता है, लेकिन हाँ, वो थोड़ा डीप में मैं बोलूंगी। मतलब उसके लिए एक और सेशन, नहीं तो ये सेशन बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा।
अच्छा,
हाँ, नाउ तनाव को हम पहले पहले हम फूड एंड वाटर, फूड वाटर एंड ब्रीदिंग, ये तीनों चीज से हम, ये पहला स्टेप है। फूड वाटर एंड ब्रीदिंग से हम लाना है। उसके बाद मूवमेंट, क्यों फूड वाटर एंड मूवमेंट ही है, लेकिन मूवमेंट का पहला स्टेप ब्रीदिंग है। ये मैं बोल रही हूँ। तनाव कैसे नीचे आती है, फूड से आती है, माइंड से बॉडी को फूड। दैट इज वाई फूड, some people are addicted to food, that is why obesity happens। वो तनाव का, my mother was like that, she was a food lover। तनाव को मस्त से फूड से नीचे लाने का बदन में, लेकिन वहां से वो बाहर कैसा वो मालूम नहीं। वो मूवमेंट से होती है, लेकिन मूवमेंट का पहला स्टेप ब्रीदिंग है। आप देखिए, when the child what is the first sign of movement you will see in any person who's that is breathing, right? Breathing is the first movement। जब भी हम ब्रीदिंग को परफेक्ट करेंगे, तो ही हमारा हर एक मूवमेंट परफेक्ट रहेगा, वो अपने आप परफेक्ट हो जाएगा जब भी हम ब्रीदिंग को परफेक्ट करेंगे। ठीक है, अगर आप बहुत सारा एक्सरसाइज करोगे, तो आपका ब्लड सप्लाई, लाइक स्ट्रेस, बहुत सारा एक्सरसाइज मतलब बहुत सारा स्ट्रेस आप क्रिएट कर रहे हो, तो आपका ब्लड सप्लाई उस वहां ही जाएगा जहां आप कौन से भी मसल्स को यूज कर रहे हैं, उसी मसल में जाएगा। लेकिन एक फीमेल के लिए ब्रेस्ट में ब्लड सप्लाई इंपॉर्टेंट है, और उस
तो
बहुत सारे एक्सरसाइज करने से ब्रेस्ट को शायद ही कम ब्लड सप्लाई जाए।
यस,
आप
यस डॉक्टर
देखिए,
साहब,
हर एक चीज बैलेंस में रहना है। ठीक है, तो
एक्सरसाइज पे हम अलग से लेक्चर करेंगे। आप अभी इसको कवर करिए, एक्सरसाइज
हाँ,
पे हम सेपरेट करेंगे।
हाँ एक्सरसाइज, हाँ हर एक चीज ना जस्ट राइट रहना चाहिए। इवन एक्सरसाइज वी कांट डू टू मच। ओके, सो So now how stress changes the environment of the cell. So the most important thing is the breast is external on the body and stress always shunts blood to the muscles, that is near term. Near term में muscles को जब भी stress हम देखते हैं उधर वहां से भागने के लिए, and then to the internal organs as the first means of survival. भाई हमें जिंदा रहना है पहले, ठीक है, हमें जिंदा रहना है. और फिर सो द ब्रेस्ट विच इज एक्सट्रीमली डिपेंडेंट, हमें मैंने क्या बोली थी, ब्रेस्ट ऑलरेडी थोड़ा कम ब्लड सप्लाई होती है हर जगह, 100 मतलब उसको 98%. Already it is extremely dependent on blood supply for proper functioning, is the first organ prone to deficiency. एंड ये तो अक्यूट स्ट्रेस है. अभी ये क्रॉनिक स्ट्रेस रहता है, क्रॉनिक मतलब मोर देन 3 days, लेट्स से, and it is still not resolved by natural methods, it leads to, now you have to bring down the stress in a different way. So it leads to eating, not drinking enough water, just eating. So it leads to weight gain, and it can lead to sleep disturbances, which is called sleep apnea, which also causes less oxygen in the body. Then it can lead to diabetes and blood pressure, which further and further reduce the blood supply to the tissue. And any deficiency leads to adaptation for nutrient access. Any deficiency leads to adaptation for nutrient access to survive. Okay, so you can see that how beautifully this adaptation can correlate with this. Any deficiency leads to adaptation to survive. So we come back to this. Okay, adaptation to survive, and we come back to this. This is an adaptation to survive. If you cannot give me blood, I will go and get it. It's the most wonderful adaptation, actually. Okay, so नाउ एक चीज अभी करंट सिनेरियो में मैं ये जजमेंट की पोजीशन से नहीं आ रही हूँ. ओके, आवर करंट फोकस इज ऑन अर्ली डिटेक्शन. ये जस्ट रियलाइजेशन है कि हम अर्ली डिटेक्शन में स्ट्रेस कर रहे हैं, बट फॉर बेटर सर्वाइवल रेट आफ्टर द इवेंट हैज अकर्ड. बल्कि ये तो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है अर्ली डिटेक्शन. इसका दो बात नहीं हो सकते. अर्ली डिटेक्शन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, but can we focus now on prevention? Okay, so we can do that maybe if we ask these questions. What causes the cells to adapt? Okay, if we ask this question, it's nutrient deficiency and waste not being cleared. Okay, so we have to find ways that we nicely send blood to all the tissues of our body. Okay, we have to send blood nicely to all the tissues of our body. How does the breast cell remain within confines of normalcy? By good communication with its environment. Okay, this good communication, how is it maintained? This good communication with the environment is maintained by supply of correct amounts of nutrient. Nutrients can be supplied in excess also, even that is not good. Okay, so how do nutrients reach the cell, and how are waste products cleared? Through blood. There is, I mean, it's not a rocket science that nutrients reach the cell and waste products cleared through blood. So we have to send adequate amounts of blood to our breast tissue. What are the measures that we can take to remain in breast awareness and try to maintain normal blood supply to the breast? So you have to take lifestyle measures, that is food, water. You have to perfect the first movement, that is breathing, and movement which is just right depending on the time and space that you are in. And that movement applied to breast is called self breast examination. Okay, this is a very important thing. Although people have discounted this and they have brushed it off, there is a person, his name is I forget his name, Albert. I'll just get his second name, Dr. Albert. He has spent his entire life, He's from Philadelphia. He has spent his entire life on perfecting the self breast examination. Okay, this self breast examination creates a sort of neural tract, like how artificial intelligence works. It's firing a neural tract, and it learns from that, isn't it? Like that, when we put our hand on the breast, a network is created between our brain and our breast. So when you do it like at the specified time interval which he gives, when you do it, then these nerve intervals, these neural tracts are fired, and they get well oiled, and nature learns from your own nature, learns from that. Okay, so it will nicely map your breast and keep it. And whenever there is a small issue, it has a way to divert your attention to that area. This is the way nature works. We cannot produce in the computers what nature already does not have. If nature did not have intelligence, we cannot create computers with artificial intelligence. Okay? This same intelligence we can apply to our body. Instead of making some machine store the store the pixel data of our breast, let us examine the breast at the specified times, and let us store this picture of a breast in the brain. When the picture is processed, the brain understands the pixel resolution of your breast, and if something is happening in your breast, it will but draw your attention to it in its own way. And please
Yeah,
trust me
Dr.
for that,
Yeah,
it
Dr.
actually does
Sujata.
that.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
I got one question कि
yeah.
मतलब क्या टाइम टाइम होना चाहिए जो कि हम जो है कि ब्रेन को ब्रेस्ट से कनेक्ट करें और एग्जामिन करें,
Yeah,
ऐसा कुछ?
self breast examination. I will share that book with you. Okay, he says, I follow him. Okay, he says
Hmm.
that for postmenopausal females, that is, जिनको menopause हो चुकी है, वो first of every month they have to do it. I teach that for postmenopausal. For people who are still menstruating, they have to do on the seventh day. That is, on the seventh day after the after the period starts. And like for example, say if they get their periods on the first, then on the seventh they have to do seventh post period day.
नो, और जिनका पीरियड मतलब जो मेनोपॉज स्टेट में है उनके लिए क्या
So
सजेशन?
first of every month they have to do.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's why our brain will be interconnected with the breast.
Yeah, the
क्या
brain will now map the breast, both sides. इसका एक तरीका रहता है, वो सब organized तरीके में वो करते हैं. That I teach in my clinic how to do it. Very organized way it has to be done. And we have to, the postmenopausal females will do it once in a month, and menstruating females will do it on the seventh day of their cycle. On the seventh day of their cycle. And when that pixel resolution, the brain will map it. Instead of a MRI machine or a sonography machine, your own brain is mapping it. And nature has a beautiful way of getting your attention to that of the map area. It will tell you that something is wrong here. You go and check it. This is the this one. That is why this, it has to be done perfectly with perfect sincerity. And there is a way to do it, like, I teach all this during self breast examination. And it can actually be a healing thing. It can heal your breast, actually. Even if you have a predisposition, maybe it will heal it, because it is called the undifferentiated touch, the touch
Yeah,
which
Dr.
has,
Yeah,
yeah, it's called
Dr.
the
Sujata. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. People love your talk and they are asking that, Madam, can you have one more lecture for self examination?
So yeah, we can do that. But in that, I would prefer only females to be there because I have to show, so that's a difficult thing. But I
Yeah.
have done that for females. I can at least tell like how to do it. I can at least tell.
Okay.
Yeah. Then, so this is the thing. So, this is my take on cancer. Okay. So, it started with my dear mother. Okay. Who was such a beautiful person. I think she was like the most intelligent person. This presentation is dedicated to her, and I'm sure she's going to be very happy with my presentation, because if she sees one more person healed by this, then she would be the most happy. It started with her, and it started with me asking the questions. Okay. And the way I started looking at nature and studying adaptation. And what was it that how does the human body actually adapt, and how the animals are different from humans, and how humans are different from animals. And then I came to breast, and then I found that it was already my a little bit compromised in blood supply. This is actually nature's creativity only, so that it prevent this, all these policemen here, or they all prevent, and they are protecting our the newborn, so that not everything that is there in mother's blood goes to the child. It's for selective nutrition for the child. And how the poor breast cell, which is actually trying to adapt because of lack of blood supply, lack of nutrients. Okay, it is trying to adapt, and how in its adaptation it loses its own course. Okay, and its adaptation becomes so good that if the blood is not coming to it, it goes to get the blood supply. Okay. And how the breast is already a little bit less on blood supply, suffers most during stress. And we are taking stress as if the tiger is chasing us, when actually there is no tiger chasing us. And how the current scenario focuses on early detection, which is the best thing, but we also focus on prevention. This is what I would love to do. This is the kind of work I would love to do. And I feel that I am living in breast awareness, okay, because my mother had, so my risk has increased. So I am living in breast awareness. My father had Parkinson's dementia, so I have a predisposition to that. But I must say that with my transformation, I'm quite confident that that will not be very near in the future. I don't have to worry about it at all, because I live in awareness. Okay. And in conclusion, I would love to thank Biobank India Foundation, and particularly Dr. Yadav, who's been so supportive. He is my instructor for the course that I'm doing also. And secretly, I was wishing that this presentation be as good as his presentations during the course. And that is my landing page for my website, which is omhealthandwellness.com. And that's my number. And I want you all to keep smiling. Okay. And स्ट्रेस को ज्यादा मत मतलब स्ट्रेस को दबा के मत रखना. Okay. Try There is no tiger chasing you. There's no tiger chasing you. Okay. Yeah.
Dr. Sujata, uh,
I'm
it
sorry,
was
it's overshot by 12 minutes.
no. It's a nice presentation, and many people joined. I have a lot of questions, but due to the time constraint, I cannot ask all the question. But maybe I will ask the question, and later I will put your answer on the YouTube, so that people will get that one, because I can't go the all question which I have got. But
Yeah.
as per the response of the audience, they love and they ask you some more lecture, which I will discuss you after this
Yeah,
session.
sure.
And if
Anytime, anything to help. If this presentation even gives me one patient who will do self examination
yeah,
properly, that is more
yeah,
than enough for me. You know, it's
yeah,
so important. Yeah. And
yeah,
learn the perfect breathing skills, you know. And azmana hai, matlab it has to come, that breathing has to be perfect. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but and your clinic is in Mumbai, yeah,
Yeah, my clinic is in Mumbai.
yeah. So, if anyone want to go there, so they have to be in person to there. Is it
Yeah, I see. I have a YouTube video, but I have found like I also do patients from US.
okay?
But the thing is, I've always found that when I'm doing it, I don't know, my clinic has an aura, they say, my patients. And
Okay.
where I have to do some 5 sessions for US people, 2 sessions in my clinic is enough. They are saying, my patients.
Yeah.
Because the of the and that, like, I can observe the breath, right, very
Yeah.
minutely. I can observe the
Yeah.
breath and I can tell. I can teach breast self examination correctly, like, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When someone is in person,
I
then
can
there are
come,
many.
but I can come to Delhi if many people are together. Then
Yeah.
I can come and do it. That'll give me a lot of satisfaction because,
Yeah.
yeah, because I like that presence. But I do online also. But that you have to learn virtually. Like you have to go through my YouTube video to see, and then all those things are there. Whereas in the clinic, it's very easy for me. I have most of my patients are 20 somethings, and you cannot imagine, they are so amazing. Where people take so many months, these 20 somethings take just 1 week. You can go through my website in the reviews.
Yeah.
Every time they write a review, I cry because they do it so beautifully. They just get it like that, because it's science, right?
Yeah, it's science and awareness is, I think, that prevention of the cancer, to
Yeah,
keep away from the cancer. And
yeah.
especially from your lecture, I think that तनाव से दूर रहना ही कैंसर की बचाव है.
तनाव तनाव होना ही है. Like if nitrogen deficiency was not there, we would never have got a lotus.
Yeah.
तनाव से ही हम बनते हैं, लेकिन
Hmm.
तनाव हम कैसे प्रोसेस करते हैं, देयर लाइज द ट्रिक. हम कितना भी जीन्स को ढूंढे, अडेप्ट रिसेप्टर्स को, ER PR रिसेप्टर्स कितना भी ढूंढे, कुछ भी करे, वो एनवायरनमेंट को स्टडी नहीं किया तो नहीं होगा. अगर हम
नहीं.
न्यूट्रिशन डेफिशिएंसी बोलेंगे, तो अभी सच फेमस एक्ट्रेसेस एंड ऑल हैव ब्रेस्ट कैंसर. उनका
Yes.
न्यूट्रिशन डेफिशिएंट नहीं है ना.
नहीं है.
My
और
mother
earlier.
didn't have a nutrition deficiency. My mother didn't have a nutrition deficiency.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, she got cancer, isn't it? So तनाव को हम कैसे प्रोसेस करते हैं, this is at the heart of prevention.
Thanks, Dr. Sujata. It is also the good correlation of the One Health. I think that you create the one,
Wholesome,
yeah,
wholesome,
environment to wholesome civilization.
yeah.
So
वो कैंसर
I would,
मैंने मैंने खुद बनाई. वो जो डायग्राम है,
नहीं,
वो
नहीं,
मेरे
that
क्रिएटिविटी से आया.
that is very correlated in these things.
Yeah.
And we are planning one conference on the One Health with CSIR,
हाँ.
with the collaboration with CSIR in January, and I
Okay.
love to see you there.
Okay.
That's the share presentation. So
Yeah.
I would like to thank again Dr. Sujata, and I would like to thank also the audience. And if you have any question, then please write us, and I will go to the Dr. Sujata and uh, answer your question. Thanks, Dr. Sujata, and thanks audience to join.
And
Thank
thank you all, audience. There is no tiger chasing. तो
you. Yeah,
आप रात में अच्छे से सोए. No
yeah,
tiger is chasing you.
yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.